There's a town so far north that the sun disappears for months at a time. A place where people carry rifles when walking outside, where the ground is permanently frozen, and where, strangely enough, dying is technically illegal. This is Longyearbyen, one of the most isolated towns on Earth. Longyearbyen is located on the Norwegian archipelago of Svalbard, deep inside the Arctic Circle, just 1,300 kilometers from the North Pole. Fewer than 2,500 people live here, and yet this frozen settlement has supermarkets, schools, bars, hotels, and one of the northernmost airports in the world. During winter, the sun completely disappears below the horizon for over 4 months. This phenomenon is called the polar night. For weeks, the entire town exists in darkness. Living here changes people. Time feels different. The darkness affects sleep, emotions, and even mental health. But strangely, many residents say they would never leave, because despite the cold, despite the isolation, Svalbard offers something modern cities lost long ago: silence. Real silence, no traffic, no crowds, just snow, wind, and endless Arctic wilderness. But life here comes with unusual dangers. Outside the town limits, polar bears are a real threat. In fact, there are more polar bears on Svalbard than people. Locals leaving the settlement often carry rifles for protection. Visitors are strongly advised never to travel alone outside the town, because out there, humans are no longer at the top of the food chain. And then there's the strange law everyone talks about. It's illegal to die in Longyearbyen. Of course, that's not entirely true, but the reason behind it is fascinating. The ground here is permanently frozen. Bodies buried in the local cemetery barely decompose. Scientists discovered that even viruses and bacteria could survive for decades inside frozen remains. Because of this, people who are seriously ill are usually transported to mainland Norway before death. It sounds bizarre, but in the Arctic, nature creates rules of its own. Hidden deep inside a nearby mountain lies one of the most important places on Earth, the Svalbard Global Seed Vault, sometimes called the Doomsday Vault. Inside are over 1 million seed samples from around the world, stored safely beneath layers of Arctic ice. If a global catastrophe ever destroyed crops or ecosystems, humanity could use these seeds to rebuild agriculture. In a strange way, this tiny Arctic town became a backup plan for civilization itself. Longyearbyen feels almost unreal, a place balanced between civilization and pure wilderness, between modern life and survival. And maybe that's why people are so fascinated by it, because in a world that never slows down, places like this remind us how small we really are.